Welcome back, everybody, to Crawler Canyon's inaugural presentation of the Invitational. The Invitational is the near ultimate realization of the 6-gate series in which everyone is involved. Gates will be chosen randomly and arrayed throughout the course. There are no handicaps. Everything won't occur on one day. And everybody goes against everybody. There will be thrills, chills, and spills. There will indeed be successes. And along with those successes, there are sure to be failures. And as this is a 6-gate project, scoring is the same as it's always been. 7 points for a gate hit, 10 points for a rollover, 2 points for a reverse. There are no gate points, so a perfect run is a 0. So sit back and relax as Crawler Canyon presents the Invitational. And welcome to round 1 of the Invitational. Round 1, Group 1. This is the placement round, which is basically just an opener. We have 3 gates in an S pattern in the Precious Stones region. Group 1 is composed of 4 competitors. Each group will have 4. Argentum, the Banana, Blue Sky High, and Colonel Mustard. Competitors will be running in alphabetical order for this round, starting with Argentum. Argentum moves straight in to attack Gate 1 on the eastern face of Precious Stones. This is a particularly high grip area. It looks as if he has switched into the high overdrive here for this. It's not getting a lot of purchase there from the rear tires. The top is starting to hook in. Oh, little hesitation there. The stereotypical Vanquish Phoenix click of the transmission as he clicks away. He's taking a little gingerly here across the top. First out on the course, even here in the placement round, where there are no eliminations, so everyone runs, everyone gets to keep going, no matter what their score here is. The scoring in this round just determines what group, little small dig there, what group you will be placed in for later rounds. Got a little out of shape there on the way down. Otherwise looks okay. He's approaching the final gate of these 3 for the placement round. This will be a tough transition for some, I feel. It does not look as if Argentum is having any problem at all. He did not. A Vanquish Phoenix, Castle Powered, sitting on JConcepts Tusks. Little dig there for no reason at all, and he's off the course, no problem. That is indeed a clean run for 0 points. Second up alphabetically, and making all that noise, is the Banana. The Banana is, of course, an Axial 2000 Cherokee, atop an Element platform underneath. For scale accuracy, we've got the Milestar Patagonias on there. Does not seem to be an issue at all for the Banana, as he comes through a little wide across the top, but I think that wide entry will probably help. Entering into Gate 2. Argentum handled pretty masterfully. Let's see here. Oh! That is a lucky roll down the travertine. Oh, but he probably should have powered out of that the other way. It's going to get a 2-point penalty for that reverse. Coming into the transitional section. We'll see how the Patagonias do here. It's kind of forcing his nose end over a little. He's pretty much hanging over the outer gate marker there. Opts to take a reverse to straighten out his line, which I think even here early on in what is effectively a non-competitive round, that is probably a good idea, as better 2 points than 7 He's got the bumper dug in a little. Oh, and it shuttles him wide. He hits the inner gate, the first but probably not last to do so, which brings Banana off the course on his first effort. 2 reverses, 1 gate, for a total of 11. Blue Sky High already raring to go out on the course, putting JConcepts Ruptures to work. Blue Sky High is a quiet fellow, aside from that ubiquitous lug rub from the tall Ruptures. Nose a little high, putting a little 4-wheel steer here. He pushed himself a little bit wide on this entry. But Ruptures are a particularly grippy tire, and even if only 3 of them are in contact with the ground, that's usually enough. Slow line across the top, doesn't want to push out too wide and fall into the monuments. Lining himself up here for gate 2. He's taking it very delicately here. He's got a little bit of too much steering attitude there and has taken a tennis ball with him. He hooked the outer marker on gate 2. Let's see how he transitions through. How do the Ruptures do here? He's falling a little wide right. If he can pull back across and stay off that marker, that would probably be best. Picks a good line, comes up cleanly across the top. Blue Sky High has got to be kicking himself for that little bit of too much speed clipping that middle gate. Ends up finishing 1 gate touch for 7 points, and 7 points he's probably not altogether happy with. Colonel Mustard immediately out. He is largely untested still. He has not gotten a lot of wheel time. He does not even have a permanent set of wheels and tires. He is currently fitted with some these are the famous and or infamous Hairbun Canyon trails on the nice heavy steel wheels. He's getting a little right side high, but he's keeping it pretty well composed. Gets through there without too much issue. He has the same sort of, my gearbox has a lot of stuff in it, so it makes clicks. He's got that going on. He's going to navigate around here for gate 2. Quite a good steering angle on those AR-45s. Doesn't look like a problem here for the Colonel. The Colonel has a lot of low weight. He's got a lot of metal in him. And that is a particularly heavy set of wheels. This is all into gate 3. It's all about the transition. It's all about how smoothly you can stay. See, he's getting shuttled wide. He may already have hit it. It's tough to say. Tennis balls don't really stay in place. He's just hoping for anything to help grab a tire. Does not want to have to put it into reverse because he feels like he's almost got the line. Got a little reverse drop there without using reverse, but pops the outer marker out and finishes that one. Once again, 1 gate for 7 points. As this is the placement round, second runs are entirely optional. Argentum the Phoenix ran a clean round first time through, so he has opted not to run his second round. The Banana, who had the highest score of the initial group, has elected to take his second run, so he will get a second try at this. He's not really in a good place, but uses just a fantastically lucky bump to get up through there. That is not ordinarily what happens if you try to bump through that line. Almost got his belly hung up a little, swings around, and any less fouls is better for him. Oh, that was a little wild, but cleaner than his first time through. What he really has to focus on here is this entry line. This is what gave him the biggest issues before. Had to take more than one shot at it. It does seem that the rocks want to push everybody there to the right. He's into that obstacle again. Knocks another gate loose, and he rolls it out. So that will end that, as 10 points would end in a higher score than what he ran before. So there's really no point in continuing. It's in your second run, it's all about the points. Blue Sky High is definitely mad at himself for clipping that middle gate. He's running this gate a little wide too, but that seems to be the line he prefers. So as long as he's staying off the gates, I guess he knows better than us. There is no problem with it. Comes around wide. I'm sure he's going to push it as far to his right as possible, and he does. And he hits it again. So Blue Sky High is just going to bail out there, as a 7 cannot improve on a 7. One gate for 7 points. Perhaps his track width. I don't know. So Colonel Mustard will be the last runner of this group, going for his second attempt. He's got a bit of a snake-like movement there through this gate. What am I looking at here? Is it 23, 35? These are the gates that date all the way back to the raid. So they are written on with marker, which in hindsight, probably not the best idea, because they will have those numbers on them forever. No problem through gate 1 for the Colonel. Comes around through gate 2. Ooh, that's a nice, sound like a drawbridge coming down. No problem there. The Colonel is well in shape, not having any issues. His only problem here was getting pushed wide, so can he pick a line where those canyon trails will not push as wide? And he kept the rear end very shapely. That was very clean by the Colonel as he pushes through on what is indeed a clean run. So 2 of 4 running clean. Group 1, this amalgam of folks, of 0770. So we basically came down to 2 gate hits, and I'm sure Blue Sky High is not happy with this outcome right here. I think he thought he had the perfect line, and it just clipped it. He clipped the same marker on both runs, and the opposite. You've got the pain and you've got the joy of the banana succeeding on this bump, which I don't think anyone saw that one working out. And there you've got the first 4. Scores are in the books for the Invitational. And as has been mentioned, those scores do not matter. They only determine what group you'll be in for later placements, instead of just being clumped together by alphabetical order. So Group 2 will be up next. If you know your alphabet, you can figure out who those 4 are in advance. And we look forward to seeing you in that one. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't. And tune in for more of The Invitational.